Super fun, dude. How's everything? I'll tell you, in my neck of the woods, it's extraordinarily hot today. And man, I've had enough. I want some rain, 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 dude. Man. Anyway, school is starting, and that was fun today. Exciting, but I'm quite tired. It wasn't for me, but it was exciting to send them off for the first day of school. The good news is I slept in afterwards. I went back to sleep a little while, but dang, man, I was up too late last night. I love staying up too late. Truth be told, it's the most peaceful time of day for me. As a matter of fact, I saw a video about how in a few, I think as soon as next week or next weekend, there's gonna be, the Earth is gonna be orbiting through a trail of kind of remnants of an asteroid that and we're gonna get a nice meteor shower, as we do pretty much every August around this time. I didn't explain that very well, but I'm excited to check it out. It's gonna be pretty cool, but where I live, it's kind of it's pretty bright. A lot of nighttime, light pollution, so you don't get a lot of stars where I am. And the good news is I live down the highway from the foothills, and so drive 40 minutes east, and the sky gets super dark and you can see a lot more stars, which is cool. So it'd be cool to try to go check that out. For the last few years I go, I'm gonna see it for sure, and then I just kind of forget all about it. But yeah, that could be nice. But other than that, nighttime is really peaceful. Oh man, I got these little little mic, it's the DJI mic mini, and I'm really digging that they can be panned back and forth, back and forth. I have the gain kind of set up, so I hope it's not super. I don't really like recording with headphones in, but as it's my first go, I don't trust myself to have done it right, but as long as I can hear it, I can convince myself that I did. Okay. Did. Okay. Yeah, so. What else? Oh, man. Man, I really let that up, or built that up, but I got nothing. I've been reading some mysteries lately, and the one I'm on right now is called The Silent Patient. The Silent Patient. The air conditioner just turned on. Frustration. Anyway, it's about a psychoanalyst who's just trying to get someone who was sent to like a mental institution after committing a crime, and she hasn't spoken in years. And you kind of, it's a fun, like, kind of nail biting type of read. And before that, I was reading The Lady in the Lake, which was also delightful, and that's by an author named Raymond Chandler. I don't remember who wrote The Silent Patient, but Raymond Chandler was like back in the day. He was writing these in like the 50s, and it's like the kind of the invention of the hard-boiled, like, no BS private detective, and makes me think of like another one that's good is The Maltese Falcon by an author named Dashiell Hammett. Similarly kind of like, like no bold detective type. It was just, eggs, toast, and black coffee, cigarettes, and a lot of like whiskey, but they get the job done. And it makes me think of like Humphrey Bogart, who was in the movie The Maltese Falcon, though the book is better. Anyway, Lady in the Lake, and those various stories by Raymond Chandler, there's like probably 6 or 8 full books. That detective is called Philip Marlowe. And this book has a really fun twist and a lot of like fun, different turns within the book. Yeah, but that whole style, I feel like, has been, you might be familiar with that kind of style. I feel like he was really like the first to kind of write a detective like that. But yeah, but I wanted something a little different, which is why I started The Silent Patient. And I'm about 80% done with that, and it's fun, and I just want to all I want to do is just go finish it. After this, I'm not sure what I'll read. I love mysteries are fun. I love I don't know if you've heard of this person, but his name is David Sedaris, and he's like a humorist, author, who writes a lot about his life, and he's very funny and surprisingly deep, and I actually have plans to go see him, like do a reading in like November. Still pretty far away, but I'm excited about that. And then I don't know if this is whatever, probably lots of people have heard of him, but Kurt Vonnegut is someone like my dad like kind of taught me to enjoy, and he's really fun and funny. And it's just one of those things where you start thinking like, or at least you're aware, like within the story, you're going, oh, like he's saying something by telling a completely different story. So you read beneath that, and it's very interesting. And I think he's like cynical but he also, like, kind of deeply believes in the potential of people. And that marriage just kind of works, make his books, like, kind of cynical and biting, but not so much that they're depressing. He's actually quite funny. But he's got a lot of good ones. Which one? I read Hocus Pocus, which is like one of his. I mean, granted, it was like published in like the late 90s, or right around late 90s, early 2000s, and that one is one of his more like recent books. And then, Slaughterhouse-5 is like a required reading, or at least was for a lot of people. But like Cat's Cradle, really good. I mean, I don't want to just list them, but really good. Yeah, but I go through like periods where I read, and then I just won't read for like a year, and then I'll just start again for a while, and I don't know. Apparently right now I'm just on one of those kicks. Speaking of mysteries, I saw a really fun mystery series, and it's called Ludwig, and that one is good. He's obviously, he's just like a really brilliant dude, but he's very funny and awkward, and I recommend it. And I think it's like from like the BBC. I know it's British, and I watched it on something called BritBox, which is just like a standalone like TV app, and I think you can get it in like Amazon, but these days not a huge fan of Amazon, so take that how you will. But Ludwig, very funny, very interesting mystery. Oh gosh, I don't know. That's about it right now. I'm kind of just doing a little bit of a test with some lighting, yet I'm unsure how I like this spot in my house, because it's right by, like on the other side of the wall, there's the air conditioner, and then to my left we have a fish tank with some fish and a snail named Aurora. But you can hear the filter kind of trickling water, and I'm in a little nook, so you can also hear when the refrigerator kicks on, and of course there goes the AC. So I'm not a huge fan of the volatility of sound, volatile sound. Man, my train of thought is somewhat of a slog. It's like a snail's pace right now, but I'm making moderately coherent sentences, I hope. But yeah, I'm excited to be making videos and to just kind of be testing out new stuff. With some new equipment. So, anyway. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up and call it an evening, but it was nice to sit down and have a chat. And if you want to suggest any mysteries or any books in